Kia ora, what's up, what's going on? Welcome to Mod My Box. My name is Shane. Welcome to the final video. I'm going to show you how to assemble all your parts for your X console. Let's get started. Before we get started, to make life a little easier, you will want to desolder or remove the power button wires and also the wires for the LEDs, which are located obviously on the motherboard. So we're going to start with the hard drive. So grab the hard drive holder, trim it back as shown in the previous video, grab the cables, slide in your drive and grab the screw and screw it down. Going to assemble the LED strip, so grab the on and off part 1 and your LED strip with the switch on it and thread it through the hole that is inside of the base of the on and off part 2. The majority of the RGB or even just the LED strips in general usually come with adhesive on them. You can stick them on as is, or you can use a bit of hot glue to make sure that it never comes off, because once you've glued that inside your console there is no way of getting it out, especially if you use adhesive hot glue. You can just pull it off. And I'm just working my way around as I go. But then again, using hot glue, if the temperature inside the X console gets too hot, obviously the hot glue is going to warm up and it's going to move. And there we go, all done for the LED for now. Now grab your on and off switch and thread it through the same hole. You can either use hot glue or double-sided tape to adhere this to the inside of the housing. You want to put this as close to the hole as possible, because if something goes wrong then you'll have easy access to it later. Before we stick it down, grab the on and off part 1 and we're going to insert it into the holes, and we're going to sandwich the switch in between both part 1 and part 2. Make sure they are lined up, or just eye it up, get it as close as you can, because remember we're going to be pressing on this, so it needs to be in between both of them. I have not made any grooves for the switches to go in, so you're going to have to do this again by sight, and of course this will test your skills and your gluing and everything else. So I'm just letting the hot glue cool down a little bit before I push the switch on top of it. I'm using some tweezers just to hold it there. Give it a couple of minutes and then let go. Again, you can use double-sided tape, that's totally up to you. Now we're going to secure the cables with the hot glue gun, just in case you accidentally pull on it and it breaks them off. You will have to get back in there and redo it all. Now grab the on and off part 1, slide it into the holes and push down over the top of the button, and make sure you can feel it clicking and you can also hear it clicking. But if you don't, it means you've got hot glue on top of the button and you need to remove it. Now we're going to assemble the window and the on and off part 1. I'm just going to hot glue these together. It is a better idea to use the acrylic adhesive because it gives it a permanent bond. Now get your hands on a pen, snap it in half and pull out the spring. You're going to cut it into 4 pieces. Make sure they are even as possible. Now grab the window with the on and off part 1 that you just glued, flip it over so the legs are standing up, and slide a spring on each of the legs there. So you're going to assemble these two parts together, make sure the springs are facing upwards, or the legs, and line it up with the holes and wiggle it through. Try not to apply too much pressure because you might end up breaking the legs on the on and off part 1 that's attached to the window. Then flip it over and press down on it where the button is to make sure you are getting a click. Now you should have all 3 parts. You want to slide the window in first, grab the on and off part 3, and we want to add some hot glue around the rim of on and off part 2. You can use acrylic adhesive if you like, but just in case something goes wrong, again, you're not going to be able to take it apart so easily, as it will melt the parts together. Hot glue is good because that way you can just pull it off. Now grab the on and off part 3 and slide it through the holes and line it up and push down on it. And wait for it to dry. Now we're going to do a test fit of the window housing. We're going to put it down inside the X Console's chassis. We're going to align it up. There are 4 legs, small legs in there that you can line up with the holes on the window. The best way to do this is to either feel around for it, or you can use a pen like I'm going to mark out and align them up. Now I'm happy with the position of it. I'm going to pull it out and put hot glue around the rim, not on the window but on the outer rim. Again, once you get it in there, make sure you align it up as quick as possible, especially if it's hot glue, and just hold it there for several minutes. So now we're going to glue together the sync switch and the sync switch's backplate. So just slide it in, make sure the button is facing upwards, grab your hot glue gun or your double-sided tape and glue it in or stick it in there. Now I'm going to hot glue the fan to the back plate. The reason why, again, I'm using hot glue, that way we can remove it if it breaks or you didn't align it up properly, and then you can just remove it and realign it. It is totally up to you whether you want the fan to either suck the air out or blow the air in. It has a air in outlet above it, as you can see. I'm going to have it suck the air out. Now back over to the synchronization button, we're going to hot glue this to the back plate. It's totally up to you which direction you want the wires to be facing. I'm going to have them facing straight down. Now we're going to connect the motherboard holder to the motherboard itself. So you're going to need 3 zip ties and of course the tray that holds it. Now slide the motherboard holder underneath the actual board itself and line up the 3 holes. It doesn't matter where you start on this. When you put the zip tie on there, do not lock it in tightly, just do it loosely for now. Do that for all 3 of them. Now grab a pair of pliers and pull the zip ties tight. Once they are locked in, go around and trim them off with some cutters. Now attach the power and SATA cable to the back of the DVD drive. We're going to plug in the DVD drive first. going to plug the SATA cable into the socket closest to the fan, and then the power cable. Next is the hard drive or solid state drive. Plug it into the one furthest away. Obviously there's only one port left, and again it's power supply. You want to run the DVD drive's power supply underneath the actual hard drive or solid state drive. It just makes it easier, gives you a little bit more length. Also, you might want to apply some sellotape, so bend both cables on the DVD drive to the right and add some tape. Now grab the whole thing, grab the motherboard from underneath, put your finger on top of the hard drive or solid state drive, grab the whole tray and start sliding it through. Once you get about halfway, you just want to line up the DVD drive and just keep inching it in piece by piece. Get the motherboard in first and then slide the DVD drive in last. As you can see here, I've given you extra length on the wire. This is because if something goes wrong, or if you want to mod it, or if you want to replace parts, you can just pull the panel off, slide everything out, and you don't have to worry about breaking anything or having to cut cables or any other issues that may arise. Once you get the back panel on, just give it a bit of a push and then add your 4 screws and you're done. Here it is again from a different angle, just so you can get a handle on what I'm doing here. Well, that's the end of the build for the X console for now. I will have bonus material later on how to apply, obviously, the chrome skin for it to give it that original awesome look. Hopefully your X console has come out just as cool as mine has. If you have any issues, hit me up in the comments. Don't forget, if you're new here and you don't know where to get the STL files from, you can get them from Cults 3D and also through my Patreon. I'll leave links there in the description. So if you've learned something today, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.